What's good, YouTube? Slender Revolution X here. Today, what I'm going to be doing, guys, is hitting you with some Neos knowledge. What this is, it's going to be a new segment explaining parts and pieces of my Neos deck. And today, what we're going to talk about is establishing the OTK and pulling off the OTK. This is a combos video, so feel free, guys, to give me your input at the end. I'd love to hear from you. As I said, I'm always trying to improve this deck, and I want to be competitive with it. So without further ado, let's get into the video, and thanks for watching, guys. See you later. Alright, guys, so essentially what this OTK requires is essentially these three cards in your opening hands. This is the most simple, easy, broken down way to view it and to do it, is opening with these three, which isn't impossible seeing as you run 3 of each of these, and the 2 hero lives, along with a lot of deck trim. Like if you open up with Rhoda, this is still searchable. If you open up with Duality, you can dig for things like this. It's really not hard to obtain. But so what you're going to do opening up is use the Hero Lives. The Hero Lives is going to dig for another Prisma. So at this point, you're looking at being at around 4,000 life points, as long as you didn't take some random damage at the beginning. So you still have these 2 cards in your hand. You're going to activate Prisma's effect. Now, at this point, even if they, Veiler it, or, Herald of Orange Light to destroy it. The good thing about Prisma is his ditching effect, the sending a monster from your deck to your grave, is a cost. So at this point, what I usually do is I'll send the Neos. So this is your graveyard right now, and this is what you have on the field. Next, you're going to summon your second Prisma from your hand. So now you got the 2 Prismas, this is your grave, this is still in your hand. At this point, you're going to activate the effect to ditch the Air Hummingbird. So right here, you have your setup. You're going to Miracle. You don't have to Miracle Contact yet, because essentially I wait till the very end to do this, just in case there's some crazy stuff in the background. So from this point, you can do a lot of things. You can exceed into Mace Strokes or Blade Armor Ninjas or Excaliburs. Whatever you're in the mood for, and whatever situation you may be in. If they set a card. If they have a face-down monster, I usually go with Blade Armor Ninja. If they have back row, a lot of times I'll go with Mace Stroke. Or if they have an open field, I mean, Excalibur is never bad for pushing damage. But that's not really what I'm getting into. So essentially, let's say they have a face-down monster. Or you know what? We're not even going to go there. Let's say they have an open field. So we're just going to keep those on the field. Next, you're going to go Miracle Contact. So you're going to basically send these back to your deck to special summon your Air Neos. So this is your field right now. Granted, essentially you should have 3 other cards in your hand, because you've only used these 3 from the beginning. So you have 3 other cards in your hand. Those can be MSTs, Heavy Storms, things along those lines. And right here you're pushing for 8,200 damage, because essentially if your life points from having, if you didn't take any crazy derpy damage turn 1, you're at 4,000. So your Air Neos is going to gain your Air Neos is going to gain 4,000 attack, putting you up 6,500, and then plus the additional 17 puts you at 82. So there's an OTK in itself. There's a lot of different ways to work this, but essentially it all revolves around Miracle Contact, Air Neos, and Hero Lives. So let's say you're going down the road. Say you have this in your hand. This is your opening hand. You can still pull this off. A way I like to do it, if this is your opening hand, if you have the Neos, the Hero Lives, and the Miracle Contact, you can Hero Lives out Stratos, search for the Prisma, summon, use the Prisma effect to dump the Hummingbird. So here's your setup now. You got that all over again. So you can exceed and do whatever rank 4. Like I said, in my deck I only use these 3 because I think they pretty much assess to any situation. If they have a face down monster, you can go with that. If they have a face up monster, they go with this. A lot of times I go with Excalibur, because people will see an OTK and naturally get nervous at how big Excalibur gets. So if they have the effect Veiler, they'll use it on him. So he's a 2000, but then you can still Miracle Contact. You can still Miracle Contact and go into the Air Neos from here because of Miracle Contact being such a utility card and being able to send from the hand, field, or graveyard. It's awesome. So here's another OTK variant of it. And this OTK just gets better and better as you keep going on. And like as you play the deck, you can see a lot of different ways to do it. The addition of Miracle Fusion into this deck makes this OTK insane. If they have face-up monsters, Super Poly makes this OTK insane. I mean, we'll go into a Super Poly situation. Say you go here, and they have a face-up monster that you know you won't be able to get over if you can't OTK. Okay, say they have an Ophion. You can't get over the Ophion, so you can Super Poly into Escurado. Things along those lines. I mean, it allows for open field pushes, like to clear the opponent's field. And this is always just a good utility card to have in hero decks. It's one of the reasons hero decks are so good because you always have to be wary of this card. But like I said, guys, there's a ton of combos. Essentially, the Air Neos OTK essentially runs around Hero Lives. If you don't have this, your best way to do it is to get it late game. Because then late game, I mean, Air Neos becomes. I mean, I've had it at points where I've had 500 life points, and he becomes, you know, instantly like 9,000 attacker. Right? Is that right, math? Yay, math. So 575 plus 25. Oh yeah, that's 10,000. 10,000 attacker on a single monster. You can pretty much run over anything in OTK. So, I mean, this card is good at any point in the game, especially when you're going for OTKs. But what I wanted to do with this video, guys, is just explain to you why my deck does what it does, how it works, and what I do to win. I don't like grind games, so I try to keep it as simple as possible with these cards. So try to keep it as simple and quick as possible is what I should say. So it's cool to see all this. It's cool to see how it's done. I just wanted to get, you know, my ideas out there on how this deck is ran, my innovations of the deck itself. And if you guys have anything to say, please put it in the comment section below. I know I've had some pretty good feedback on the updated version, and I appreciate that from you guys. I do love hearing from you. But other than that, guys, please remember to always thumbs up this video. It helps me out a lot. And as always, guys, subscribe to join the revolution today. This is Slender Revolution X signing out, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.